Hello everybody, welcome back to the Truth Seekers channel. Today I want to read the introduction of the full text of the Second Book of Enoch, the book of the Secrets of Enoch. That's another title. I'm gonna read also chapter 1. This is the Second Book of Enoch. Some say it's not really reliable, but in my last video I read a part about the Grigori, chapter 18, which for me made a lot of sense and added more to the picture of what was going on, and adding more parts to the puzzle of these fallen angels and who they were and where they came from. So connecting all the dots, we are going to check out the second book and see if we can find more connections. The book of the Secrets of Enoch. This is on the internet. I found it on archive.org, and you can see the URL there, or you just type in the Second Book of Enoch and you will find it. It's for everybody to read, and I am going to read it also. So let me start. I will start with the introduction. This new fragment of early literature came to light through certain manuscripts, which were recently found in Russia and Serbia, and so far is yet known as being preserved only in Slavonic. Slavonic is like some Eastern European country like Bulgaria, Russia, and I think Hungary. Little is known of its origin except that in its present form it was written somewhere about the beginning of the Christian era. Its final editor was a Greek, and the place of its composition Egypt. Its value lies in the unquestioned influence which it has exerted on the writers of the New Testament, some of the dark passages of the latter being all but inexplicable without its aid. Although the very knowledge that such a book ever existed was lost for probably 1200 years, it nevertheless was much used by both Christians and heretic in the early centuries, and forms as most valuable document in any study of the forms of early Christianity. The writing appeals to the reader who thrills to lend wings to his thoughts and fly to mystical realms. Here is a strange dramatization of eternity, with views on creation, anthropology and ethics. And as the world was made in 6 days, so its history would be accomplished in 6,000 years, or 6 million years. And this would be followed by 1,000 years of rest, possibly when the balance of conflicting moral forces has been struck and human life has reached the ideal state. At its close would begin the 8th eternal day, when time should be no more. Chapter 1. An account of the mechanism of the world, showing the machinery of the sun and moon in operation. Astronomy and an interesting ancient calendar. See chapter 15 to 17, also 21. What the world was like before creation. See chapter 24. Chapter 26 is especially picturesque. A unique account of how Satan was created. Chapter 29. There was a wise man, a great artificer, and the Lord conceived love for him and received him, that he should behold the uppermost dwellings and be an eyewitness of the wise and great and inconceivable and immutable realm of God Almighty, of the very wonderful and glorious and bright and many-eyed station of the Lord's servants, and of the inaccessible throne of the Lord, and of the degrees and manifestations of the incorporeal hosts, and of the ineffable ministration of the multitude of the elements, and of the various apparition and inexpressible singing of the host of cherubim, and of the boundless light. At that time he said, when my 165th year was completed, I begat my son Matusal. After this too I lived 200 years and completed all of the years of my life, 365 years. On the first day of the first month I was in my house alone and was resting on my couch and slept. And when I was asleep, great distress came into my heart, and I was weeping with my eyes in my sleep. And I could not understand what this distress was, or what would happen. What would happen to me? And there appeared to me 2 men, exceeding big, so that I never saw such on earth. Their faces were shining like the sun. Their eyes, too, were like a burning light, and from their lips was fire coming forth, with clothing and singing of various kinds, in appearance purple. Their wings were brighter than gold, their hands whiter than snow. They were standing at the head of my couch and began to call me by my name. And I arose from my sleep and saw clearly those 2 men standing in front of me. And I saluted them and was seized with fear, and the appearance of my face was changed from terror, and those men said to me, "Have courage, Enoch. Do not fear. The eternal God sent us thee, and lo, thou shalt today ascend with us into heaven. And thou shalt tell thy sons and all thy household all that they shall do without thee on earth in thy house, and let no one seek thee till the Lord return thee to them." And I made haste to obey them, and went out from my house, and made to the doors, as it was ordered me, and summoned my sons Matusal, and Regim, and Gaidad, and made known to them all the marvels those men had told me. Well, that was the introduction and chapter 1. I will continue the rest in the next video. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think about this video, if I should do the whole book in one go or in parts, and subscribe to the channel.